By request, I'm putting up the rest of the story of the Doom Logger. And it starts out pretty well at the end. So if you watch the video, there's two videos on my site. If you watch the video where I am sitting down reading the story to you, I get to the place where the door rattled, or the latch in the door rattled. And this is where I had stopped in that video. In the other video I stopped earlier, and you can listen to that if you want, but I left it on there anyway. So here we go with the continuation and the finish of the story about the doomed logger and Vance and Dave. The latch rattled. Vance grabbed the lantern and the axe he had used to chop the dried wood for the fire. He motioned for Dave to open the door. Dave hesitated for a second, then reached out and pulled open the door that he had already unlocked. The lantern's flame flickered and went out. Vance yelled, "Shut the door! Get a match!" Dave slammed the door shut and locked it. He fumbled for the matches in his pants pocket that lay on the foot of the bunk. His fingers seemed to be doing things on their own. Then with his thumbnail he struck the match alight. Its glow reached out to reveal Vance standing with the lightless lantern and axe staring at the door. With shaking fingers, Dave handed the flaming match to him. He relit the lantern, and with one motion they reached for their clothing and were dressed in the fastest time ever. Vance took the lantern from the table and unlocked the door and stepped outside, with Dave right on his heels. They pushed their way through the hip-deep snow to the hovel. As they reached the hovel door, Dave grabbed Vance's arm and pointed to the cedar trees about 70 feet away. "There is a man over there." The shadowy form left the trees and started towards the cabin. Vance pushed Dave out of his way and started back. "Come on, we have to get to the cabin before he does." They tried to run, but the deep snow kept them to a plunging struggle. By the time they got to the cabin, the man was gone. Dave tried to keep his voice steady. "Let's harness the team and get out of here." Vance opened the cabin door. As they entered, snow tumbled in behind them. "It will be too hard to break trail in the dark. We've got to wait until daylight. Listen." Footsteps again approached the door. Snowshoes clattered against the wall as the person outside seemed to be getting ready to enter the cabin. Dave whispered, "The door, it's not locked." The latch lifted slowly and the door squeaked wide open. Framed against the darkness stood the doomed logger. He wore a red woolen coat, heavy woolen blue pants tucked into long-legged lumberman's boots. In his right hand he held a gleaming double-bit axe. He spoke from bloodless lips. "I am doomed to walk this trail. Move the cabin to the left 10 feet, and I will bother you no more." The lantern's light flickered from his ashen face as he slowly faded from sight. The heat from the horses made the remaining hours of night bearable for Vance and Dave as they waited huddled together in the hay manger. As soon as the gray light of dawn appeared, they left the hovel and the halfway cabin, promising themselves never to stop there again. The end.